Oh, they're taking a little bit of time here. Almost all of the reserve time.
Maybe they do just pick the 5. Maybe you pick like Jakiro because it's counter initiation to Axe. It's good against Shadow Demon Disruption because when they come out of the disruption, you Ice Path them. Gives you some tower damage that you don't have.
I could
Or
see
you
it,
just
but
go
I wish
Lich.
they would have better control over Ember.
They do. Nice call.
Boom!
Okay, so it does pretty much mean it is that Dazzle versus Ember. As you said, this does give up your lanes, or what you're going to do pretty much.
Thank God you're not saving your 5 for last pick
Yes,
again.
I will agree with that one every time.
I couldn't see it 3 games in a row, guys. I'm going to be honest here. Grant, I would ask you to take over for me.
And
So
I would say, bye.
And the viewers would say, thank you. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, shit, that cut a little too close.
My bad.
So if you're forward now, you do know the lanes, right? So you got your Snake King Axe, you got CC&C Ember. You're just picking your 4 here as well, right?
Isn't it a little concerning, though, that they don't have any control against Ember Spirit if there's sentries up?
This is true.
Yeah,
like, and then your win condition is kind of awkward, right? It's like Dazzle pressuring the towers and stuff, but at the same time, you also have this repositioned Timbersaw that's slower. For me, it just doesn't come to like a cohesive idea.
I will also say, by the way, that I think the best thing in these quals about Jug has been the healing ward. And if you don't have a way to kill the healing ward, the hero looks 10 times better. And in this game so far,
You
they
got
have
the Necro Book.
Yeah, Necro Book.
Level 10 talent on Jakiro.
Honestly, I think the Necro Book is literally, it has to.
No, level 10 talent on Jakiro. I'm not like even memeing.
Oh,
just
just
take
attack
the
range?
300 attack range. Doink.
Snipe it?
Yeah.
What's the other one? It's 8% spell amp,
Yeah,
right?
8%
Okay.
spell amp.
Right,
But
I actually played Jakiro against Jug one time. I supported it, and I took the attack range.
And did it actually
Yeah,
like,
and you actually
feel
get
good?
the ward. Yeah, you get the ward.
Okay.
Like, when they're sieging buildings, they're never going to keep it out of range.
Yeah,
But you also so far can't you can't break his spin TP, which I think is what also makes it a very good Jug game.
But I'm with you, Cap. So what is, like, BSJ, you're the carry guy. You see this on J.Storm. What's, or you got to wait for Ford's pick, but what are you already kind of thinking about on J.Storm?
Yeah, that's the problem is you have to pick something that threatens Jug, and that's what you're saying is that's the best kind of 4th pick for the team with not last pick, right? You want to pick a 4th pick, carry or mid or whatever that's left, that forces the opponent to answer it. They do ban the Wraith King. Damn, I'm good. No, I'm kidding. But they do ban the Wraith King. You need to pick something that kind of threatens the Jug. And if you don't pick something that threatens the Jug, and a lot of these like physical damage burst heroes are countered by Shadow Demon, which that means you're drafting well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you haven't given them this perfect pick. I personally think Monkey King is their best pick for J.Storm. I know it sounds like a hero we haven't seen very much of, but it lanes well against Axe. The only counter is the Purge from Shadow Demon, but at least that hero still does something when he's sitting in place. I don't see what else you pick. Does anybody else see a hero that threatens Jug?
MSS Rubik, so.
Monkey King's my hero. But they still do lack, like, Roche and tower. I guess they have tower damage, like I said, with Jakiro, but you don't have any Roche / like game-ending heroes.
So you'd still want them to pick Monkey King, but then it means they would have to play fast, and that doesn't seem to be a J.Storm special
I mean,
as of
you're not
late.
going to win if you play slow, period. Is there any other physical damage hero that you guys can think of?
Let me look at the hero pool.
Most of them are countered by Shadow Demon. That's like the problem. Troll was already banned.
All right, here's what you do. You play Carry Sladar.
Oh, the Void. Oh,
oh, wow.
You know what? I don't hate it.
They're mixing it up.
Yeah,
it threatens
I agree.
Jug.
And
It's
it's
not the best
Rezos.
against Axe, but other than Axe, they don't. I guess they have Searing Chains too. It's not a perfect Void game, but I don't mind it. It's not a good hero.
It gives you team fight.
It does.
And I'm okay with that.
And is that who's the ultimate late game hero here? Is it Void or is it Jug?
Oh man, I feel like Jug is stronger than Void, but Void's supporting cast is pretty nice.
Yeah,
that's like what I look at. This is going to be a heavy momentum-based game. I think because you have Void Timber, both heroes can be quite difficult to kill, but also become quite easy to kill if they give up any momentum in this game. So this is definitely a feast or famine draft for J.Storm. Like, they're either going to own or they're going to get absolutely demolished.
Yep. Well, J.Storm, I love the Void, but you can't bet against the Chad War Rubik MSS. He gets it last pick. He is going to get every single damn spell he wants. Forward Gaming, I believe they are going to TI after this game, my friends.
Out of all these games, I think J.Storm has the best chance they've had in the last 3, but I I agree with you. I think Chad War is OP. I mean,
Yep.
It really
take
sucks
that.
that Resolution as Faceless Void is no matter how late in the game, he can always be threatened by snaking and his lockdown because
Yep.
they don't have a clear save.
They took the axe as like I think Kyle talks about it a lot when you see like the win condition late game scalability of a lineup with like the Grave. That makes it really hard to bring down any heroes in the late game. They immediately address it with the axe pick.
Yeah.
And you're seeing that where you don't have that option to pick a hero that's unkillable.
Blitz, is it enough? Is the Void enough for you?
I actually think that it's a very good Nyx game because I think he outpaces the other two supports and he moves around very quickly. Plus, the break mechanic against snaking is going to be great. I do think that so far Ford's been the better team, but I would agree with BSJ. And I might even give a very slight edge to J.Storm.
Okay. Oh my God! It's the Wicked Witch of the West and the Flying Monkey.
Why are they in space?
Yeah, what? That has nothing to do
They
with
in space? Oh my God! My ruby slippers.
Bye,
Well, now we know
Granters.
Grant's into cross-dressing, so
I kind of already knew that, if I'm honest.
that's true.
I just didn't share that.
We learn something new every day. Forward versus J.Storm. Oh, whew, those are some rough odds. Good
Oh, boy.
gracious. People saw the last two games, and they're like, yeah, this is pretty obvious which way this is going. But we had a nice long break after Game 3. It's a 15-minute break. We had a chance to be able to untilt ourselves. So let's head into it, boys and girls. Could be
Oh,
our
don't do
final
that.
game of the TI qualifiers. Apologies if I hurt your ears. Did it make some noises? I didn't hear it.
It just
I
went
do-
stack,
I couldn't hear it over the hype
crackle, and
that
pop.
was in my own ears. So they're going to aggro tri-lane, trying to give Moo the 1v1 against the Snaking Axe,
which is exactly what we suggested.
yeah. But is Void aggro tri-laning good?
No. I don't think so.
Well, I mean, at least the supports are good for it,
And he
right?
can't die, I guess. That's the
Yeah.
one. That's a really big positive.
Yeah, they have no stuns to lock him down. And they don't have enough burst damage either to surprise him. So the Shadow Demon's not going to feel... I mean, it's just going to be kind of useless, I think, when it comes to threatening these heroes. We'll see.
I would swap lanes.
You would swap lanes if you're forward. Try and put the axe against this mess. Lead off. Stun onto the Shadow Demon. Yuar is going to be left to take that bounty rune because they really want to get as much damage on Pilot Eye as possible. But Fear, he's going to take a lot of damage on his way out. In fact, he's going to have all 5 stacks. He does have an Impale coming up. He's going to try and keep away from Yuar as best as possible. The Impale doesn't land on Yuar, and there it goes. Pilot Eye lets it go. That's first blood for forward in the aggro tri-lane that was supposed to be J.Storm favored, or at least they hope so anyway.
Also, Snay has no idea, but there is still a bounty rune. Unless he's just letting it percolate.
Yeah.
The percolate strat.
So,
Percolate.
I think it's 1 gold every 30 seconds
Yeah.
for everybody, so.
Let it percolate. It's my favorite future song. As
Percolate. Gotta percolate.
exactly.
Skirt, skirt.
We're just not meant to be.
All right, we'll see. J.Storm already trying to tilt a little bit forward with the all chat. We'll see how the mid lane goes. CCNC playing the Ember Spirit against Nine's Dazzle. Now, this is a matchup that Nine should win, right?
Yes.
He's going to own.
I would hope so. It was their pure counter pick. Any melee hero
Something
that has to play against Dazzle always feels really rough. And it's obviously a 9 special.
Oh, God, I'm so
Dude, you
down.
suck.
Dude, what's going on? There's
TBH.
heroes all over the place. They just like suicide for
long week.
creeps and stuff. I don't know, man. I mean, it wasn't First Blood, so, you know.
True that, friend.
Axe is just going to cut the creep wave like he does against any 1v1 that is not favorable to him.
Yeah, and Moo can't go mess with him because he's so far back, too.
Yeah.
If you're going to commit to hurting this axe, you got to do it ASAP.
And that's why you pull over to this camp right here. Don't pull to the easy camp. Timber Tuck can make his way over there. Pull to this camp.
Double trouble.
And that's where the Axe will start getting farther and farther ahead. But at least Moo will not be having the same kind of laning phase he had last time, which was just awful. CCNC does manage to grab a haste rune. Collects the creep wave as he was, Nine was trying to zone him out. Constant poison touches he was throwing. And I haven't seen it yet, but it looks like poison touch may be one of those abilities you can't destroy. Not sure. Moo.
Now
He's
he's
going to take
doing
a bit of a risk here to see if he can pull this creep wave over, but if he doesn't successfully do something to the Axe here and force him to TP, then it will cost him a lot. Snaking, first Whirling Death coming out, but underneath all these creeps, he is willing to fight it out for a while. In fact, Moo taking a lot of damage here. He ran out of reactive armor stack, so he took a lot of damage.
He almost just
From
straight up
all
died.
of those spins, and now he's going to have his healing salve canceled. Snaking is now going to go for the TP, and honestly, I think, oh, Snaking got him. He repops the healing salve, saying, nope, gotcha. I was actually staying here the
Oh
whole
my
time,
Lord.
idiot. And now,
Moo's
does he
gonna-
have a call? His
He's got
TP's
it.
going to be canceled. Snaking might even be able to kill him. Moo, he's level 3. Chase
Holy
down
sh-
the spin. Snaking's now level 5.
Snaking
That's how
is-
you win a 1v1.
Is honestly, that was so dope.
He's a genius.
That was, and now he doesn't have a TP, so Fear has to come down here. Your Timbersaw's gonna miss like 3 waves of XP. Woo!
Return of the king, baby.
The king wants this. This guy wants it. The way that he's played in the last 2 games, this guy wants it. Cap, he wants it.
Yeah.
You got the pure. You picked
Dude,
the
look at
Timber to counter, and this man just. Ooh.
Look at him. He gives him the battle hunger, so he runs that much slower
He
to be
has
able to get back to lane.
completely worked you.
Didn't like Moo did this exact same thing against the Axe matchup last time, right? Forced him to TP and etc. And Snaking had a plan.
The early level of the Berserker's call, he didn't anticipate it. Also, he just stopped hitting Moo, so Moo never got reactive armor charges.
Yeah.
He relied on the creeps to give him the damage. He played that game of chicken. Moo obviously didn't think that was going to happen.
Certainly not. Now he is very far behind in levels and gold and everything, honestly, because you could see Snaking just keeps on out efficiency. 39-0, 26-7 for 9, who's been pretty much free farming in mid lane. As expected, he just keeps on putting the poison on CC and C and getting free CS.
Yeah, and Snaking now going to use the courier. He's got his full phase boots here. No one is messing with this hero anymore. They've lost the safe lane. They've lost this bottom lane quite dominantly.
See if he can get the bounty runes as well.
Yeah.
Top lane, 1437. Pylodai is going to go for the disruption, see if they can get the 3rd poison stack. Meanwhile, Fear is going to try and go for taking that bounty rune. Pylodai gets 1, Fear gets the other, and sure enough, Snaking does get both of them because Moo really can't challenge him with this kind
He
of
forgot. Did anyone ever
advantage.
get the 5 or the beginning rune? I
Oh,
don't think
they
so.
didn't.
I think
They did
Snake
not.
might have thought that there was just a straight up trade.
Yeah. Awkward. Well, honestly, with the way Snaking just destroyed Moo, his hopes, his dreams, his soul, I'm okay with him missing a bounty rune.
But that's extra gold. I mean, things are okay because the Dazzle's doing so well. He's
Yeah.
up 700 gold on this Ember Spear mid. That is something that we should discuss and not discount, is that this Dazzle is doing what he needs to do to come back into this game. We're just so focused on Snaking because that was a hype moment.
It really was. 3,300 net worth for him, 2K on the Timbersaw, where our core matchups. You are 2,300, and the Void very low down there, 1,400 for Resolution. He has not gotten the CS he had hoped to. 9 actually gets found
Oh
by
my
Snaking.
Lord.
And he didn't even get him. Ooh. Okay.
Snay is actually just dominating this game for his team. Look at the net worth differential. He has the difference between him and the next person is Rezo's full net worth. Like, that is how far ahead this man is.
The spin coming out, 1437 is going to be lifted up. Telekinesis, you are trying to finish him, but he's a tanky hero. And you can see Resolution really hoping for a bash here on MSS. Doesn't get it. The disruption on Fear means there's no impale, so he turns around to help out 1437, who doesn't get hit by that second bit of poison.
Might have been the kill on him that he needed, but all 3 of these heroes up here, level 3. Yawar doing a little bit better because they have been able to get some pulls off. They very crucially de-warded this early on, and Snaking just continues to be as abusive as possible. I mean, he's almost about to be level 9 right now. Moo's thinking about it. He's spotted under this ward vision. Snaking could just outrun him. That is the counter to Timbersaw, is you simply just are fast.
And Snaking so far ahead, he's saying, you know, I don't need to get that fast blink that I usually want to go for, especially against a Void. You would imagine that Blink Dagger timing is all important, but he's saying, you know what, I'm far enough ahead. I'm going to get this Vanguard, and I'm going to be indestructible.
Yeah, and he's going to see some TPs come in, and in fact, he's going to make his move on a 9 mid. Top of the
Almost
flame
dying
guard.
there to see if they can kill. Mine do manage to get the call, and the Culling Blade is going to come out to finish him off. That's a killing spree. Back over to Fear, who's quite low and will die to the Fade Bolt.
He had ward vision down, too. Just didn't spot him in time.
Yeah. Kind of stuck in that no man's land area where if he runs up, he'd probably just get chained and run down.
Yeah. So this continues to be the Snay show. I mean, we can't understate how well he's doing. He won a lane that you're not supposed to win. Not just won, but dominated it. He's ganked the enemy mid laner, the only person that's really been able to get anything going on the side of J.Storm, and he's killed him twice.
Yeah.
He continues to out-efficiency everybody on the map as he gets a creep wave plus. Moo is going to get a little bit of pittance for that as he's going to grab
one.
2 skellies.
Forced out the spin from UR. Managed to get away. I think one of the other advantages, this is a Radiant side Dazzle, so he can easily come over here and farm up this neutral camp. Poison Touch is actually excellent for clearing through neutral camps. So you just put them on, bop them all once, and they're all going to die.
This is where CCNC, though, is also trying to come back right now, just farming up his own neutral set. He's even going to be ahead in levels because of all those ganks. And we haven't talked too much about this top lane because aside from the kills that Forward have gotten, it's been sort of a dead lane. Off to another blistering start for Forward.
Yeah, Jesus, 6-0.
6-0. I mean, I hope the score doesn't look like it did last game, as now they're going to punish Snaking. They've got 3 heroes down here. This should be a kill.
Big kill. They have the Chakram, but do they have the TP cancel? They do with the Ice Pass. Snaking sees it coming, but he can't dodge it in time, and they will bring him down. 337 gold off that killing spree goes to Moo to help him recover.
And this time around, they get a kill for the 20-minute mark, and it's a big one, too. The one on a Snaking, as you had to kill him at some point.
Resolution has to run down river. UR is forcing him completely out of lane because he's level 6 and has Omni Slash, and old Rezo here just shy of level 5.
Yes, he's been... When your supports leave you like that to go get the kill, that's pressure put on your safe lane. Like, you're drawing away pressure from one lane, while another one will have to suffer for it.
Pilot Eye, he's going to pop out. Surprise! I'm getting these bounty runes. You can't stop me. Moo may try and punt. Oh, instead he's going to get the haste rune. See if he runs down the Shadow Demon or not. If not, 1437. His life may be forfeit here because he doesn't have a TP. Not that it would matter with the chains up from CCNC anyway. So 8th kill for Forward in 10 minutes.
Yeah, and they continue to play this very fast, aggressive style. Their supports are in on it. Their carries in on it. Everyone
Forced
seems
out the Void, and he's going to be able to get the Omni Slash on him. Resolution. Oh, he's not actually dead, but he will fall eventually. Time Walk just is too long of a cooldown.
Boy. And this is where I think things get scary. When we were in this run, DC, 2 years ago, you can sense when you're about to lose.
Yeah.
And your TI hopes are about to go away. The mood in the game changes. People aren't talking as much, because it feels inevitable almost at that point. So this is the time, if you're J.Storm, until it yourself. Everything's fine. There's still ways into this game. You can still fight around this chrono. That is not a good sign, as MSS is level 6 before Rezo is.
Yeah. He said fight around this chrono, and I'm like, oh boy. Resolution. Even though they've been trying to give him a lot of solo space to get the levels needed, it's just not been happening. If they can kill Snake again, that'd be massive, but it's Moo who's currently in trouble. Has to Timber Chain away into the trees and then go back to the other side of the river just to stay away from MSS, who has the Whirling Death stolen. So if he can get on top of him, Whirling Death plus a Fate Bolt is going to do a lot of damage. Look at positioning to get maximum amount of damage by hitting the trees. Moo's still going to be able to Timber Chain away to the side again, but eventually he's going to be found by Snaking as the Purge cuts him down. They at least got Pile Eye died, though, thanks to the Chakram. And now the call on to Fear. Does have an Impale. He may have to pop in here soon. First going to go for the Spike Carapace.
MSS with the Chakram stolen.
Chakram stolen, dominating by MSS.
the Chad War Rubik, as Grant said, paying off as score now 11-2. A better showing so far in the early game because they can fight, but the laning phase just went a little bit too rough in this bottom and top lane, and it's been a struggle so far.
One of the big downsides is that while Dazzle is a lane dominator, he doesn't do anything to change the outcome of your side lanes.
Yes, you just kind of farm.
Yeah.
And you get this Necro Book, you hit Ancients. As they pick up the Blink Dagger on Snake King, they're going to let the bottom tower fall by its lonesome. They don't really care about that. As the Dire did use their scan, they're going to place the same ward they did earlier. Bottom tower's going to die to the last flick. And they're trying to make their way towards mid. Fear actually going to block this by Pylite Die. They're going to know that he's there now.
Managed to get the call on him. Swiftly execute him and
Pressure the tower.
diving past the tower to kill the creep wave.
Snake King understands that he's the strongest hero on the map, so he's going to take advantage of that.
They do still have the Chronosphere that we haven't seen come out, and as they take this tower, I presume J.Storm will try and defend mid. But all these heroes from forward are not actually sticking at mid tower. Instead, they're rotating up. That's going to be spotted as they de-ward over here. Resolution's going to be got by the call. They do have the Ice Path, but nobody to tank up the Omni Slash. Poor old Resolution is now 9. He's going to be in trouble as well. First time he leaves his lane, and he's immediately cut down by forward.
CCNC's
now
found more.
Moon maybe join them as well. Fear comes forward with a Spike Carapace. Snake King is just a monster, though. With all this movement speed, he is just catching
got
hero
vision on
after
Fear.
hero. They've got the Sentry on him. They do manage to get the call onto the Nyx Assassin. A great Chakram and a chain
Is this 5?
by Moo, but a 5th death as Moo is not going to be able to outrun
5, no.
forward. 6,000 gold lead, 2-17, a wipe at 14 minutes in.
This
forward.
is-
They're looking like they're trying to beat their previous 2 games.
I was like, it looks a little bit closer this time around, and no, it looks like we're going to get a mirror of the last 2 games. What a dominant performance, and how quickly are forward playing.
Yeah.
Every single move feels so decisive. They're getting something out of it. They're playing as a team. Right now, J.Storm, I mean, their lineup's sort of in shambles. Is an early 7K gold lead. Rezo has no sort of game right now, as he's trying to do whatever he can to recover. He's pinging the bounty runes. They've got vision of this. They've got complete vision advantage. They've de-warded 2 wards. Look at all these sentries that they have placed. This is a team that has put a premium on warding, and it pays off.
Yeah. When you're ahead and you're able to lay sentries all around the map against Nyx Assassin, feels fantastic.
Yeah, and they're smoked up. They might actually get Snake King here as he tries to get this.
Oh, the smoke breaks. Snake King is going to be able to blink away.
And now they're going to know about the presence of these heroes. They're going to continue to play around the shrine area. CCNC might be the target here. Does have a remnant up, but in the wrong direction.
They just don't have the easy initiation. You know, like if the Nyx Assassin can't just run into this tower area.
Yeah, and Rezo's done with that. He's like, I can't be up here anymore.
Yeah.
So he's going to TP up to this top lane.
Maybe they've created some space because naturally forward do move down to this bottom lane, but if it comes at the cost of Nine's life, that can't be worth it. Telekinesis, bring him a little bit lower with the Soul Catcher so Snake King can get that Culling Blade once again. They're going to try and kill CCNC here in the mid lane, but do they have enough burst damage? I just kind of doubt it. Yeah, you could see he's still very healthy, had the remnant to the side.
In
ready
fact,
to
sticks
jump
around.
back. Yeah.
That's when you know he's confident. He doesn't even have to, actually he almost dies because of it when he remnants back into the Chakram, but unfortunately for J.Storm, I mean, I'm trying to think of stuff. They are going to lose another hero here, as now it'll be 19-2.
I like that, Blitz. I like, oh, God,
20-2.
Resolution's dead from solo Snake King kill. I like how you lead with fortunately, and then you haven't thought of what the fortunately point is.
They haven't lost mid tower.
They haven't lost mid tower yet. Okay.
We haven't seen what a chrono fight looks like for them either.
True, true. No Chronosphere yet.
Yeah, so we could end up seeing something.
Unfortunately, this, well, I won't say unfortunately. There's no more, there's enough bad points to talk about for J.Storm. It's, as Grant would say, let's focus on the positive. Let's be a glass half full kind of casters, huh, Blitz?
I'm trying, man. Like, I haven't, this is...
Really, the glass is like an 1/8 full, but
Doug,
we're trying to say it's half full.
Because the thing is, I have to contextualize the last 2 games that we watched too, right?
Yeah. There's 2 drops in the cup right now.
I'm trying, because I really, I wanted to see a game 5. Personally, it just doesn't look like we're trending in that direction.
You know, a 10K net worth just means that when forward do die,
dude, the comeback
it's gonna
mechanic
be
is
worth
real.
a lot.
The comeback mechanic is real. Even killing Pi at this point.
Oh, when you're and you know, Pylai Die loves
Pi's
to
gonna
die.
die.
It's
Like,
in
don't
his
worry.
name.
Oh,
They're going to
boy.
find him at some point, just like Knight. He's now
Rezo's
being
here.
found by Snake King, and sure enough, the Culling Blade is going to be able to get him. Where is our Chronosphere? The Omni Slash is going to be able to bounce over the side, sticks onto Moo after the creep wave. They're going to try and chase him down here, but he has plenty of Chakram stacks. But Resolution, oh no, he's been found by Snake King once again. How does Snake King keep on finding these kills? He's got one core, then the other, and now, sure enough, he's going to be able to get Moo as well. CCNC, he'll be the one to get the last hit, but seriously, we have yet to see a Chronosphere.
He's just not being given the opportunity. This Ward Vision war is being so thoroughly dominated, and they might even find 5.
It's going to be the second wipe of the game, one that forward do not drop a single hero for.
It is now 25-2. It was looking like somehow J.Storm was going to outpace last game and do slightly better, but it's looking even worse.
Yeah.
They have a combined 10 kills to now it's honestly... It's about 100. We're at 98 kills to 10 in the last 3 games. if somebody wanted to keep track, we're at 98 kills to 10 in the 3 games.
Ooh, you want to give me a win percentage?
I will
prediction?
say 2%.
It's a 4%.
4%. Okay.
It's they're like they got the Chronosphere.
They have the Chronosphere.
They
That
have
is,
the Chrono.
It's a much easier win condition than the Mag 4 position RP is.
Yeah.
Let me say that. But it's not looking too hot. This vision advantage that Pi's giving them, the ward here, the vision here, they have just completely choked them out.
Yeah.
They've dewarded everything. But can we even take a look at what the ward vision looks like right now?
Yeah, I checked out.
They have
forwards.
this one ward.
They lead off with the Impale. Follow up. They're going to have to use the Chronosphere here as well as the Macropire, Ice Path, but the disruption. Pylai Die was so fast, and now Snake King's here to respond. He's caught the Jakiro. Culling Blade 1. Now Resolution, who's been purged up, is not going to be able to escape very quickly. Actually turning to fight back here as Moo is saying, we can do this. We can take down Snake King. We can even go for more. Has now found the healing ward. You are trapped inside the trees. Doesn't have an easy out. His Quelling Blade's on cooldown, and now Moo says, I'll cut down the trees for you, just like I'll cut down for your life. Looking for more, but the Ice Path is going to be able to lock down Moo. They are going to be able to get several kills in return. They killed 9, finished up with Moo, 2 for 3 exchange.
That was the best fight that they've had by far.
And it's, I think, 1,500 gold. A little bit more experience as well for J.Storm.
That is actually so funny.
It's a big win.
Even with the 3.
A 2 for 3
the
exchange.
2 for 3, they gained so much gold. And right now, they just need it. We did see how good the Timbersaw can be in that position against the Axe. He's so good at getting him killed. The stat loss plus the amount of pure damage that he puts out cuts through the raw HP that the Axe puts together. So there are, we can see what an okay fight looks like.
Oh, caught him with the Ice Path, and he says, boop, I'm going to take your dual breath as well. Lift you up in the air so you're helpless and wicked sick for MSS.
Do you think we see another 30-kill game to 4?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's happening.
CCNC, they're coming for him right now. Stun.
Oh, he doesn't have Chronosphere, though, so unless he gets some ungodly bashes, he does Yules himself trying to get,
Nice.
Get a 5th kill.
Way too greedy by him. And they're gonna
First
get
time that J.Storm has gotten a 5th kill in a game since game 1 in this series. So that's,
And they're chasing for Moo right now. He doesn't have a TP. He's got to get out of here. He's going to get onto the high ground, break the trees.
You're creating space, Moo, right now. That's what you're doing. He's going to wake up the neutrals. That's going to give him a few reactive armor stacks. Now,
Nice
that's
timing.
a disruption. Be able to catch him before the chains goes off. Now they're going to be able to get the call to Bloodstones. Going to be able to keep him healthy enough, though, that he's not going to be in Culling Blade range just yet. But eventually, it's just too much magic damage.
Snake continues to play really quickly. He wants to find Rezo right now. There's no ward vision up there, so if he sees him, that'll be another kill. He's playing this topside area.
This man is just running around like a maniac. From lane to lane Anytime there's not a hero in lane, he'll just farm neutrals until eventually someone shows up. Sphere. Okay, you've opened up on CCNC. They do have the Chronosphere from Resolution, but instead it's just Sphere
Snake
dying.
King's found. Rezo.
They managed to get a call on him. Rezu, big time trouble, and they got him low enough.
The Yules
The
is
blade
just
mail
so
and the
good.
spin is just too much, and now forward. They just keep jumping forward. Yawar, Omni Slashes, a Jakiro.
They're pressing forward right now onto Moo.
80 buybacks. There is one of the Nyx Assassin. 12 seconds left. He's going to buy back, try and save 9th life. But again, the Axe is such a big counter to this Dazzle. Fear trucking forward with the Vendetta, hoping he can find a 6th kill for forward.
And
Excuse me,
healing
for
ward.
J.Storm. He is going to be able to get a spike hair based on onto CCNC. Get the impale. Doesn't actually hit CCNC, though. Moo needs a tree to be able to jump away to. There's one on the left-hand side, but there's so much control. He does manage to get away. MSS gets out with his own Timber Chain as he tried to cut through Moo.
And Moo is
Some of
actually
that
really
magic
tanky.
damage, and he is.
Moo's getting really tanky here as they've got Chrono up. Rezo's going to TP in. Wants to create something for his team. It's still a decent level. I mean, he's level 14. Chrono's here level 2 at the bare minimum. He's got some damage. He's trying to get a BKB for himself.
So BKB there, 9. Met Guardian Greaves. Like, God, I just don't know what you do as this Dazzle against Axe.
Yeah, this feels like a moderately farm support Dazzle
Yeah.
right now in this game. And net worth sort of reflecting that.
It's the one thing is that, like, they saw it in the draft. They could not let Snake King go off, especially since they just experienced it last game, what Snake King's Axe could do. And that job was entirely up to Moo to try and shut him down. Instead, the opposite happened, and now forward are up by 17,000. Got to be feeling good, though. TI, the taste of it on their lips right now.
All you need to do is play clean 15 minutes, and you're good.
Yeah.
If you're forward. And
Could be some of the most important 15 minutes of forward's life.
I mean, this is the biggest TI that we've seen so far. Who knows where the prize pool even ends?
Yeah,
if we even
approaching
get to something
30
like that
million
again.
right now.
Yeah, that is unbelievable. Shout out to the community. Go you guys.
You can see J.Storm hesitant to take any fights outside of the high ground areas that they control. Moo is well in position here to be able to intercept
they're on the
the
high ground.
smoke, and I love that forward as their smoke breaks. They don't make the blind jump.
They don't want to,
Snake King
especially not on
immediately
Moo.
backs up and he says, "No, guys, we're way too far ahead to throw like this."
Moo is the worst person to go on in that situation.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what sets up for the next Chrono. It's just the pure tankiness of this Timber Saw. You gather around him with your 3 melee cores, you try to kill him, and then all of a sudden you get 3-man chronoed in a Jakiro ultimate, and suddenly you've thrown away your lead.
Macropyre and Chakram, they do have some decent abilities to throw into that Chronosphere when they do catch a big one.
Yeah, just be disciplined. They can go top after. Roshan is still an objective for them. I believe they've got a medallion on courtesy of CCNC. So right now, J.Storm, TI hopes on the line. This is the last chance they get at this, to at least give themselves the opportunity to force it to a game number 5.
Smoked up, heading towards top, leaving Yawar behind here with a remnant just in case. Now Fear's the one who's going to be found off of this one. Not that big of a deal for J.Storm, honestly.
Take what you can get, but
Oh, and he got his Meteor Hammer, too.
Fear is, he's like, whatever, I pushed out a lane.
Yeah. It's a smoke and a 4-man rotation for Nyx's life, as long as nobody else gets caught. But J.Storm have not been adjusting to how fast forward to move around the map, and that is a single solo man Chronosphere.
Will he get
Oh,
the
the
disrupt?
kill,
Nope.
Pylai die. They do manage to get that 6th kill, but it's not much to celebrate. As forward, they go ahead and say, all right, well,
No chrono.
Chronosphere down. Let's go ahead and fight. Moo's going to be able to get to the low ground, trying to protect 9 as best as possible. He preemptively shallow graves.
Honestly, that spell does nothing for you at this point.
It really doesn't. It's like he's casting it just to get the minus armor, bad juju on them.
Yeah.
It's just a spell to cast. item update, we are going to see the heart for Axe. CCNC has the Aghanim Scepter closing in once again. Full Mjolnir for Yawar is on its way very soon. MSS is going to be working on a Yule Scepter. Moo is going to be here in time to get some information on this Roshan attempt. Throws out the Chakram. I mean, you got to take some risks in life.
Risk it for the biscuit.
They don't have Chronosphere, so maybe this isn't really much of a risk, or more like just a straight-up suicide. J.Storm agree. They don't even try. Approach the pit. They just hope to be able to slow down forward a tad bit.
Oh.
But instead, it's going to be 1437 who's going to die here,
Is
unless the
Yule
Yule Scepter can buy him some space. You are dancing around that ice path. Okay, not that good of a dancer, apparently.
He is so dead.
But it's still 1437, who is a goner. Oh, look at this. Mass rotations over to the bottom lane. They're thinking, we just showed a top resolution. He won't expect this fast of a play.
The Meteor Hammer. Oh, it barely
what
doesn't
happened?
land. Oh, no.
Self-Yules gets CCNC out of there, but now an offensive Yules move. Tried to go through him, but doesn't get it with the Timber Chain. Now he's been purged up. He gets a little bit of distance from UR, but it's not good enough. Resolution, 10 seconds until he has the Chronosphere. And even then, without Chakram,
Oh, no.
I don't know if they can really
They
do
almost
enough
had
damage to anybody.
CCNC. It was so close.
So he did the Impale Meteor Hammer,
Yeah,
but there's
they-
just,
they
it's
had the
not a
Chakram on
perfect
top.
stun.
Yeah, he just Yuled himself, dodged it, and then got out. Barely.
Rough. Oh, 9, that's not the place to TP. Maybe it is, maybe it's fine.
It's fine. They have vision. They have vision.
Just because you have a shrine here does not mean that this area is yours. Pushing back that top lane that was shoved in by the Dazzle. He's just trying to create some space with his
Man, what if they,
Necronomicon
what if they
book.
like 4-man Chrono get the comeback? How hype would that
Yeah,
be?
dude, if they hit the Impale Meteor Hammer with a Chakram on top of it, it would
Macro
be
Pyre,
sick.
Let it all out.
And forward, at this point, that's the only way they can lose. All they have to do is keep on getting these pickoffs. The Ice Path from 1437 does buy 9 a small sliver
Good
of
Lord.
time, but
He
time
dies.
isn't much of a factor. It is pretty much inevitable. His death at this point, and it looks like somebody else's death could be inevitable as well. As Moo, he's going to be found. Another Ice Path coming out from that Rubik, controlling to hold them up. They do buy back on 9, though. J.Storm looking for the fight, but Resolution has been spotted. At this point, it's all about the Chronosphere and making sure Rezo does not get a beauty.
And they want to disengage off that because Snake King has no mana. They're going to grab their own bounty rune. Snake King invised up. Might just go solo pop the shrine if he's feeling himself. That's when you know you're ahead.
Yeah, when your game, my game is the only game that matters, especially when he sees Resolution right now. He wants that man as quick as possible. He's going to be able to make the jump. MSS follows it up with the Ice Path. They've already gotten that kill. Now they're going to be able to find 1437 as
There's
well.
just a
Jump a
buyback
little
from
bit
9.
farther. That's going to be 9, who has bought back into this one and is going to die back. 6-41. With MSS getting the double kill beyond Godlike Spree over to mid lane where the Meteor Hammer's just been dropped on the mid-tier 1 tower, hoping to get it, but the glyph was up, and Snake King, well, he's just delaying Fear's retreat at this point so they can get their 42nd kill of the game. He's going to keep Vision of Fear as best as possible, blinking away from the Impale, making sure the Fear is a bit hemmed in. All they need is the Vision. The Ice Path misses, and Fear gets out off of the TP.
Barely doesn't escape there. I mean, that is a win for you at this point with how far behind you are. You take all of those. Oh boy, do you take all of those, Cap.
Well, on the upside, Blitz, 9 doesn't add damage to the Chronosphere. So they may still be able to take a fight without him, but they really needed Fear, and that's why he's going to buy back here.
Still have the Aegis on the side of forward. They're finally content to go high ground, 42-6, up 25k. They wanted to absolutely ensure this game, and they have done so.
It is a 0% win probability right now for J.Storm. But I don't believe in that nonsense.
It almost looks like the jug spinning when he's inside the chakram in the middle.
Yeah,
I was really confused by that. I was trying to put that together.
Oh, they found him! Staking, how does he keep on doing this? He managed to find Resolution. He gets a little bit of time, but not enough to be able to time walk it out. He's going to be able to buy back here, but MSS as well as Yawar just chaining up disables and damage to be able to almost bring down Moon. They finally pop the BKB, and all they got was a Rubik who had the Shadow Demon outside of it with the disruption save. That is a Chronosphere that does nothing, and now he's stolen the Chronosphere. This is just MSS now swagging on J.Storm. They're going to prove once and for all that they are the team that is superior. They are the team that deservedly will go to the International with just one last call. Here on to 9, there is the Chronosphere locking down all of the heroes thanks to MSS. The Chakram being thrown out on top of the Chronosphere given by MSS. On to Moo, pull it back, bring him down, die back for the Void, and that's it.
That's
Resolution calls it, and Forward Gaming will head to the International as the final 18th team to go.
Congrats to them, as these last 3 games, I mean, they nearly pitched a shutout. This was so dominant. That's the only word for it, dominant. This was such a clean victory by Forward. You have to give them so much props for what they did and how systematic they were about it.
Absolutely. I mean, there's nobody.
There's no doubt.
Nobody out there is going to go and come in TI. Maybe J.Storm would do a little better. Absolutely.
They dropped
Forward
one
proved once and for all, like, we are so much better than you guys.
They dropped one game. They left absolutely zero doubt as to who the best team in the NA quals were. Grant and BSJ.
Snake King, the boy, he carried his team last TI, a team people didn't think could do it, to top 8. He's going to do it again. He just carried him to a TI. The dude legitimately pulled down his trousers.
I'm ready.
And Moo was laying on the ground, and it was not pretty. That's how it was. I mean, was it not? Snake King played like a – I mean, they all played great. MSS, he was beyond godlike.
Yeah.
But it was good to watch. I can't believe they lost the game even. After what we just saw the last 3 games, I'm surprised they even lost one.
Dude, that bottom lane by what did you guys think when Snake just
solo?
I saw Moo do the same thing.
Yeah.
I saw Moo like where he chases after them, and I saw him do it against like a weaker team, and I was always wondering what he was doing there. And he's like trying to shut down the Zax, but like meanwhile his tower's killing creeps.
It was at like 40%.
Yeah,
at 4 minutes in or something.
Creeps,
It was bad. As you said, I think you guys said it best. There's no doubt Forward was the best team in this qualifier by a large margin, I think. Yeah.
And I just want to say, like, all these players are from TI last year. Like, Yawar, MSS, and Snake King, they were on, what team was it? It was J.Storm, right?
Yep.
And then you have CCNC on Optic last year. Like, all of them placed pretty well, all top 8, right?
They all did. They were both 7-8 Optic.
So these are this is a contending team. Like, yeah, it's NA. It wasn't the best competition, to be honest. Like, they're a contender. They're a contender for top 8 again, I think. Like, meaning they could easily make a run. Like, they're a solid enough team. They've got strategies. They've got the flashy players. They've got, like, CCNC, I think, has really come together as a mid laner in the last year. Snake King's clearly confident. They believe in each other, I feel like, and that's a big part of Dota. I don't know. I like watching them. It doesn't feel like it was a fluke in any capacity. They were just better, and man, that's just crazy to see that you can do that to players of J.Storm's caliber.
You have a
3
TI
times
winner on that
just
team.
Spank them.
I think when the score combined in the 3 games was like 120 to like 12, then you've removed most of the doubt that you didn't luck out.
Yeah. I don't know. So, like, do we really think they were that big of outdrafts, or is Forward just that much, like, better of a team?
I mean, both, right?
Both? Okay.
I mean, I always try to say that comes with being a better team, is having better drafts.
Okay.
Like, being able to play more heroes, being able to know what hero is good in a specific situation, knowing how to play that hero in the specific situation. I mean, it's like you see this Jug hero not look too hot for J.Storm, and then Forward Gaming picks it, and you're like, that feels like a good Jug game. And that's because they play more heroes. That's
what it feels
so
right.
they get better Jug games. Like, one of the reasons why it just doesn't work to play 4 or 5 heroes going into competitive anymore is because if you only play 4 or 5 heroes, the teams aren't going to give you a good game for those
Even
4 or
if you
5
pick
heroes.
them. Yeah, exactly.
So that's why if you're a more versatile player, you're going to get better games for the same heroes than someone who's not.
And man, this kind of brings us to the end. You know what we should do, though? I believe production might be able to help us out. If not, I apologize in advance, Space Station. But we have 18 teams, and we did try to name them earlier, but it would be good to get a visual on it because we're set for the biggest tournament of all time. I'm hype. TI number 9. Yep, you see there the qualified teams. Infamous from South America, they 3-0'd in their finals as well. They looked like clearly the best team. Chaos a 3-0, clearly the best team. Navi 3-0.
Not necessarily clearly the best team,
They
but they
are,
proved
yeah.
it at the end.
Yeah, Navi 3-0. RNG, that was a close one.
Yep.
They 3-2'd in theirs versus CDEC. You know, a little sad for CDEC, but Mineski, that was a
Gunner,
3-2.
man.
That's crazy, right? They were either 3-0s or I guess this one was a 3-1, right?
This
NA,
is the first
but
3-1, yeah.
it felt like a 3-0.
We're
It really did.
trailblazers here. We're
for sure.
trailblazers here.
Yeah,
First
we
3-1.
are. So Forward Gaming, honestly, a big shout to them because it is good to see players like that, right? Yeah, you see all the teams right there. And, man, that is a good-looking group. Honestly, I mean, obviously you can't say which team maybe doesn't deserve to be there because none of them, they're in their spot. That's what matters. And if you're going into this tournament, it has to be so damn scary. You have to prepare all these teams. It's TI, baby.
Baby.
Blitz.
What's up?
Who's your favorite going into TI right now?
Secret.
Okay. Cap.
What a ballsy pick.
I said VP recently.
Okay.
We'll stick with that.
BSJ.
I'm ready for Liquid to
Bring it back.
bring it back. They looked really good with Weehawk.
You guys are legitimate dumbasses, evil geniuses. Year after year.
No, we didn't
they
ask you who was
come
going to get third,
back.
Grant. We didn't ask who was going to get third.
Yo, come on, at least top 2. No, but I am super excited because this is you just look at the field of teams and you're like, this is what a $30+ million tournament should look like.
TI
right?
is always amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
It is, and you know we couldn't have done it without everyone. You three. BSJ, Cap, Blitz, I'm glad you could be here. We had Moxie, La Costa Dakota in South America. Over in Europe, we had what? Odie Pixel,
Sheever,
Fogged, Sheever, Gods,
Lizard.
Lizard, and we're missing one. JJ, obviously. I swear we're
course.
missing one other one.
China.
Yes. Oh, yep. Well, I thought one more from Europe, but
I don't think so.
I could be wrong. No? Okay. And then, yeah, over in China, what do we have? We had Basekip. We had Nahaz. We had Kyle. Name
And
the last one.
Purge.
And Purge. Never forget about Purge because he is one of the greats. And shout out, of course, to the sponsors. It was Sennheiser, it was Uber Eats, and it was Monster providing us with everything. But, guys, it's time to say goodbye. Is there any last words? We get the last words for the last qualifier for TI. We got to make it count. Blitz,
I've always loved you, Grant.
thank you. Cap.
And I always will continue to love you, Grant.
All right, these are some great words.
I love everybody, including you, Twitch chat. 'Cause
That's
we're
great.
imagining you are there in Grant's world.
Which
The
they
best
are.
world.
So a big shout out to that. A shout out to all 18 teams that are going to TI. We will be saying a goodbye for now. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in a week when the summit is here. Goodbye.